Is this the end? Is it all going to hell? Are we there now? I wanted to make this video for a few reasons. Some personal, some communal, and some global. I mean, we've been going through a lot in the last few years, right? We've got yet another presidential election threatening to tear the country that I live in apart. We've got rising unrest in countries around the world, destabilization in global markets, national inflation killing our ability to buy groceries and houses, wages have stagnated, environmental disasters are up, rising tides threatening sea-level cities, also up. The wealthiest donor base supporting the world's nonprofits is literally dying off. The church, if you care about that sort of thing, is in a free fall attendance-wise. Mental illness and self-harm, especially in the last 12 years, have gone up exponentially. And then I've got my own stuff that I won't bore you with, but is making me question, what in the world are you up to, God? I mean, you ever feel that way? It can all be unnerving, destabilizing, right? Some people like to make the claim, we're in the last day. The apocalypse is nigh. People start pointing to books of the Bible like Revelation a little more often. And none of that's new, by the way. I mean, Christians in every single generation have quickly run to the book of Revelation when life gets chaotic. But in my humble opinion, they go for the wrong reasons, trying to interpret the ancient text through the lens of today's events. Is this hurricane the fourth storm? Is the vaccine the mark of the beast? Is monkeypox the pale horseman? Is this the end? I mean, are we about to elect the Antichrist president or prime minister? The devil incarnate? That's another reason I wanted to make this video, by the way. Someone asked me to do a series on the devil, so here we go. Listen, I think it's good that the chaos of the world and human existence drives us to the book of Revelation. But when we try to interpret or correlate current events with the images contained in that book, we end up asking the wrong questions and missing out on far more satisfying answers. So because of that, I'm going to do a series of videos on the book of Revelation. Because ultimately, my goal, and the goal of this channel, is to help you understand and practice the Christian faith, especially if you don't go to church. And if any of that interests you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I'll tell you, understanding Revelation amidst life's chaos plays an important part of this. Now, the first question we're going to start this off with is, why do we care what Revelation says? Why did anyone care? The Bible as you know it, all 66 books, wasn't actually finalized until the 4th century, the year 382. Jesus died around the year 33. Paul wrote his letters in around the 50s, and the other New Testament writers probably made their contributions between the 40s and the 70s in the 1st century. And most scholars put the writing of Revelation at around the year 90 in the 1st century. Now, why does any of that matter? Well, because that means that it was written, read, and circulated for nearly 250 years before it was canonized into the Bible. Now, if you're new to the Bible and you've ever wondered where it came from, why these books and these letters, why not other books and other letters? Here are a few requirements for a document to be included in the Bible. Antiquity. It had to be written within the 1st century. Authorship. It had to be written by an eyewitness to the resurrection of Jesus or a close contact of an eyewitness. One of the other requirements was audience. It needed to have been read universally and accepted by the churches across the known world. Were all the churches in the first few centuries reading and finding value in the document? Okay, it's in. Knowing that should make you wonder though, why were those early 1st, 2nd, and 3rd century churches reading the book of Revelation? I mean, what did it do for them? It must have done something for them to have read it and passed it around. And that something couldn't possibly have been that it predicted vaccines and the election of a 21st century politician in a country that didn't exist yet. No. Amidst all of their turmoil and anguish and suffering, the chaos and divine questioning, Revelation did something for those early Christians. Something that made them pass it around, pass it on, read it religiously. So much so that it became ubiquitous in the early church. And I wonder if it might do that same something for you, for me, if we can truly understand it. So for the next few videos, we're going to work through the book of Revelation bit by bit in all of its weird and wild wonder. And I promise we're going to figure out what that something was, and still is, and is to come. That's a dumb Revelation joke, never mind. But before we go any further, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts on the book of Revelation are. What are the burning questions that you have? And what are you hoping to get answered or get into? Is there anything in particular? Until I see that, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time where we'll start with chapter 1.